Number 1 says, next to each student reference book icon in problems 2 through 5, write the student reference book page numbers where you can find information about each problem. So next to number 2, 3, 4, and 5, in that bottom right corner, you're just going to have to write the reference book page in which you can find help on the problem. Number 2 says solve. So we know that we always solve the parentheses first. So if we look here, we have 25 minus 5 is 20. 20 then times 4 equals 80. So the second one, we have our parentheses, or what we call grouping symbols, around the 5 times 4. So we do 5 times 4 first, which is 20. 20 minus 25 equals 5. So again, if I were confused on how to solve this problem, I know that there's something called grouping symbols, which are these parentheses, or sometimes we see brackets. So if I were to look up in the back index grouping symbols, it would tell me to go to page 42. So my student reference book page is page 42. Number 3 says complete. So we have 1 foot equals blank inches, 6 feet equals blank inches, 1 yard equals blank feet, and 300 yards equals blank feet. So if I have no idea how many inches are in a foot, or no idea how many feet are in a yards, I need to find a conversion chart. So at the very, very back of your book, there are different conversion charts. If you look at page 328 in your reference book, there's a conversion chart right there that switches many different lengths into different lengths. So the reference book page is 328, and if you all go there, it will help you out. So if you find 1 foot, that equals 12 inches. So then to take that information, if 1 foot equals 12 inches, 6 feet would be 6 times 12, which is 72. So again, now I need to look up yards to feet. So in my conversion chart, I look up yards, and I see that it equals 3 feet. So again, D says a person who ran 300 yards ran how many feet? So if 1 yard is 3 feet, 300 yards would be 300 times 3, which is 900 feet. Number 4 says, without calculating, circle all of the expressions that are greater than 2 plus 8. So if it says without calculating, it means it doesn't want you to solve any of them. So A says 4 plus 2 plus 8. So we know 2 plus 8 and 2 plus 8 are the same thing. If we're adding 4 more, we know our answer is going to get bigger. So we know A would be greater than 2 plus 8. So in B, we have 2 plus 8 minus 5. So again, we have 2 plus 8 and 2 plus 8. We're taking 5 away, which means our answer is going to get smaller, which means this answer is not going to be greater. So C says 2 plus 8 plus 10. So again, we have our 2 plus 8, 2 plus 8. We're adding 10 to it, which means our answer is going to get bigger, which means this answer will be greater. And then the last one, D, says 8 plus 2. So 2 plus 8 and 8 plus 2 are the same thing, which means this answer is going to be equal to, not greater than, 2 plus 8. And if you want help on that, you can look at page 46 under Interpreting Expressions that explains how you decide whether or not an answer is greater than, less than, or equal to an original expression. And number 5 says, explain how you solved problem 2b. So again, 2b is 25 minus, in parentheses, 5 times 4. So make sure you explain that you know you have to start with anything that's inside the parentheses first, as the order of operations says. So we always start with 5 times 4, which would be 20, and then you do the second step, which would be subtracting 20 from 25. Therefore, your answer is 5. Make sure you explain that in your own words on number 5.